Hello, welcome back. Last time I did some very productive exploration and then decided to come all the way back up there for some reason. Okay, so back down into this pit of loneliness. Whoops. Well, yeah, see, that's why I went to the grass, because that stuff is a lot less comfortable to stand on. I want to make some progress somewhere else before I spend all day on Hotzone, because I haven't had any new insights here, and I don't feel like I've given it long enough to rest that I will have new insights if I go to that now. So let's go down. Is there anything close by, like access quandary? Halting problem. Let's go there. Alright. That phrase has some sort of mathematical meaning that I'm not prepared to give a definition for right now. I barely understand it. I would be making things up if I tried to say what that means. Halting problem, but I see in this context there's a problem with halting here. Okay, well, I see a solution to that. A ferret's body can help something halt. Okay, cool. How will that lead to an item being here, though? Indeed, that is a problem. So I get this many things. 3 multi-push, 2 regular. Just to hold this down and get in there, and that's all. Alright, so put something in this location. If this is all the tools I need to do that. Okay. Where do I even start? Well, okay. Let's start with what direction am I approaching this from? There's no way anything's stopping in this row, so not from the south. And there's no room to push from the east or the north, so therefore I'm approaching from the west. So something first goes here. And then somehow I also get something here, and then I push this way? But this column has the same problem that column has. It can... I mean, I could stop something there, but that's not in this row. That's too far south. I'm certainly not building on here. Okay, but also, like, this spot going to the east has the same problem as, you know, this spot going to the north. Okay. So I have an idea. Uh-huh, I think I see exactly what's going on here, and it's very funny. Is it this? One more? No, that's the right number. Okay, is this gonna work like I think it is? Not quite. I have some problems. Let's pretend for a moment that I don't. Or at least just demonstrate the concept of what I'm thinking here. Oh boy. So the concept is, I get 3 things sliding, letting me accelerate and get ahead of something there and stop it here. If that's what I want to set up, then I guess maybe the best thing... So let's put a multi-push first. I can halt the... Yeah, I think I see what I'm doing. So multi-push first. No, a little farther up. Like here? I think that's the spot. Multi-push first. This thing follows it. 2 more multi-pushes go, and then they can be held in place. This is very silly in the best way. This goes away, and can actually be recovered. Ah, so what I probably actually want... Aha! I don't want to recover that one, I want to recover this one. And I think this just is the setup, right? Like that? I'm off by one. Okay, so do those steps, but bring the multi-push one more to the north. So that was the row. I want it one more north of there. Okay. Here. This is very, very cool. This will just sit here. Am I thinking about this right, I wonder? I might be. Can't tell yet. Right, this one comes off and joins the head of the queue. I'm not fast enough. So everything needed to be farther north? It couldn't have been. Can't do this in the other order, that won't work. So do I split? That won't help, that'll just make my problem worse, and then I don't even push anything. This feels almost right. But the fact that I'm so far north here... Wait, hold on. Am I sure it's not this? Yes. Am I sure it's not that with, like, okay, I can correct for this. That might actually be better. And it is. There we go. Okay. Pew, pew, pew. This is a big mistake. Yeah, don't do that. I'll do it on the way out. Whoosh. There we go. Alright, that's cool. I got a star key. Hey! I didn't have one of those before. At least not on me. Alright, well that was good. If I had two more, I could go east of here. Okay, well, you know what? I do want to put some more time into Hotzone. Let's see if having solved Halting Problem... I solved the Halting Problem! Has maybe put me in the right mind space to see what it is I need to see here. So I'm not going to look at anything that I've done previously, although I will recall that there were like two major ways this could end. One was with a push block stacked on top of another push block. The top one not being a monster, being put in this position. While that would solve the puzzle, I've decided that seems to be impossible to set up without losing too much. So the other way involves having just enough stuff free in here. Didn't I have like a vision of... I'm the only one who can answer this question. I thought I had a vision or like a dream or something. I was thinking about this as I was going to sleep of some way that was going to actually work here. A lot of my solutions started by looking similar to this. Yeah, this is a puzzle space that's easy enough to keep track of in my head, so it's not too hard to think about it just when I'm doing something else and think like, would that work? Would that work? Maybe. And I thought I had something, but I didn't write it down. I think I probably didn't actually have something. Like, it looked like I did, but then... Well, maybe I fell asleep and forgot then. Okay. So right, core principles of this. I need to clear the room by pushing a block, a monster block, onto a sacrifice altar. Either of these is actually fine. So first both of these will be open. Then I push this. Then I push a monster block onto one of these two altars and hop onto here. Once I'm up there, I have to stay up there and get everything where it's going. So the problem with using the left altar a second time... Right, okay, so in the process, if I'm not stacking two here, the thing that boosts me up must also boost a push block, which will elevate it above two that are placed here and here. and into this spot. So this altar seems more productive because then I don't need the extra scaffolding over here to walk around the thing I push over here. Also, a push block here and a monster block there is not a thing that I can set up, as far as I know, and be on this side to do this action. So I would prefer to use this altar the second time. Using that altar the second time, though, is very difficult. Because it requires me... Wait. Don't I want... Okay, in this spot, if I can put... So after I make this sacrifice, if I can then put in this spot a... Ooh, it doesn't work. If I can put in this spot a stack that has a monster block on top of it after this sacrifice is made, but I'm pretty sure that's impossible, right? So that would require... I guess a stack of 3 is a good way to start. What I'm picturing looks similar to this. You do that, you bring this in, you somehow phase the blocks through each other so that that makes it to the altar. Then you're in here and you push this there and the door is held open and there's actually a few problems with that. Is there a way to make this okay? All I can do is push that north when I'm doing this process, and at some point I probably want to put something on top of it. Well, no, hold on. Wait, so yeah, I can put this here. It can have a monster block on top of it, and I can push that there. Oh, hold on a second. Well, that's no good. I can't make my second sacrifice here from up high. Also, I needed to have held the door if I was doing that. But okay, I'm doing things in kind of a new direction here. This is at least... So the problem is you're locked against that wall now. So I'm going to be pushing that in directions I don't want to push it. Well, hold up. Did I want to stack something on top of you? I did. And then move it back south by 1. This does not work. Partially because of where this ends up going. If I pushed a stack of 2 and this had more on it, then yeah, that could totally arrive there. Is that okay? Well, it makes a second sacrifice here. Is that okay? Nope. Right? Or is it? Shoot, I had a brief little vision of something. I think it's gone now, though. And there's a sacrifice unmade here. Okay. Oh, I don't have enough blocks for that, do I? Do I? 2 stacks of 2? 2 stacks of 2. Well, no. Okay, first this. Second, hold the door open. Not even going to put anything extra in there yet, or am I? Depends what I want to do. Stack of 3, actually. I can't tell if I'm retreading old ground, and I think that's actually a good thing, so I'm not going to try to figure that out. This is different. I think this is different from what I've done before. I want a stack of 2 here, and I did need to have pre-placed something if that's what I'm doing. I think? Actually, I'm not sure. Let's try a stack of 3. This is not gonna work. But will it fail interestingly? So that's just a waste right there. What if, when that door is up, everything's actually fine? If I could walk all the way around this side, and these were already filled, and I did this once, I would still have to do it again. Yeah, that doesn't work. Can I set that up, though? I think so. So for that to happen, just in case it's productive, I do this. Bring you in. Put this all the way up here. This goes... no, I mean, that's pretty clearly no good, but let's ignore what's clear and push forward anyway. That's 2 sacrifices in the same spot. Also, I would need a second one over here to actually get around this, because now it's just jammed up there. I mean, it's not what I'm after. So if I go back to this type of strategy... No. Man. Still feels more like... The thing I want is like the one here, with the one holding the door, and then just a single coming in beside. I make that sacrifice, then I just have 2 blocks free that I can push around wherever. This one's trapped against a wall, yes, but that one's not. Now this has to get out of the way. Like, if I've put that there, then I've removed my ability to do further things, so let's not have put that there. Just hold the door. Stack 2. This goes here, to prepare for the second sacrifice. Then I stack... I guess it's gonna have to be all 4 of these, because otherwise some of them are not coming in. That's definitely a problem. The third one probably should have gone on top of the stack that's already inside the hot zone. Because now it just gets wasted over here. So if there was another monster on top of there, it would have ended up here. I know I've done that part before. And then I'm just here accomplishing nothing. That's already lost anyway. I mean, okay, fine. I'll put the monster on top of there, just so we can see the result of that. Right here, so. Stack of 3 holds the door. I still just basically have a bifurcation between two reasonably promising approaches that both dead end pretty hard. Is there a secret third approach, or is one of my existing ones still viable somehow? So yeah, that's like the cleanest representation of this. Once I'm here, nothing good's gonna happen. I can do that, sure. I can do this, sure. But I can't do the rest. So I'm short a block here. You're the one who ended up there. Only once does either set of these doors close, and it's at the very end. So I'm not going to be using that as a further stacking action, unless... Okay. How many... Okay, so... I don't know what the theoretical maximum number of sacrifices is, but it's no more than 6, that's for sure. If I'm going with 3... 1, 2, 3. Could I do 4? I don't think so, because basically like 3 blocks have to be used. Because, you know, Manhattan distance from here to an altar or a door is 3. Like, no matter how you draw 3, that's 4. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Like, 3 are always going to go across hot tiles. However, one of those 3 could have already been sacrificed here. Okay, so that's 2 then. Oh, that's interesting. If that's 2, let's build a stack of 4? And put that in first. So I don't think I've tried that before. I've always done more stacking on the right than on the left. I mean, it is hard to imagine this will lead anywhere good. However, let's not bother imagining when I can actually test stuff. So, if I've done that, and then this is one along the path, well, I mean... Okay, sure, if I'm going for potentially a lot more sacrifices, then a second one on the same altar... This just gets stuck here. Yeah, there's nothing I can do about that. No, this dead ends very quickly. Alright, got it. What if a block had been here? Walk around, push that over, push it over there. I mean, I'm not standing here to push it onto that again. Well, but I mean, like, it could have been that way. Right? Okay, let's see here. So if the stack of 2 goes in first... Stack of 2 goes in first, single one holds the door, stack of 3 follows on the left. Wah! The author of this world has told me this puzzle took 11 hours to make, including all tweaking and reworking. That's a lot of time for one puzzle. I don't think anything in Tower of Destiny took that long. I've done this before, but let's do it again and see if anything new pops up. That is 3 blocks used, with 1 sacrifice made. Here's sacrifice number 2. And things just can't go where I want them. Once I jump down, there's no getting this down anymore ever. walk out here. But there's nothing to do. Alright, yeah, so nothing new has really happened here to give me any further insight, has it? I don't think so. This is just as much of a problem as before. Will it take me 11 hours to solve? Maybe. Okay, now I'm going to review closest better. If I felt so good about this, what did it look like? Probably similar to what I just did. Stack of 3 sacrifices there. Oh, then I push it left. And down? Ah, right. Okay, that was not something I was thinking about today. Stack of 3 follows. And gets in here. This has to go there. Yeah, that's cool. Be here with this teleported there and this teleported here. That solves the room. But none of that can happen. Wait a second. Right, yeah, or teleport this here, and this here. No, that's not even... No. This here. Where does the other one come from? It's you. You go up, of course. So in that approach, if this were in that spot, and I put one here... Oh yeah, I could do it. If this were one to the right, and this went there, all I would do is push that down, wait one, step on it, now safe, step over here, push this, now elevated, all the way across and be done. So let's take a really close look at the state space. Was there ever an opportunity that I had an extra block? Could an extra block somehow result in a monster block going there? Let's play with this. So if I stop there, just walking in, I can't return. Holding the door, I can't walk in. That does nothing. Okay, let's pretend. There's nothing more I can do with that block. Yeah, there's nothing more I can do with that block. It's just there to be pushed off. Alright, let's pretend. Pretend this doesn't burn you. Push, get sacrificed. Walk that way, walk that way, walk that way. Yeah. Not getting over top of you. Somehow this feels closer to possible than the approach where I sacrifice the second time on the left altar. So my hunch here is that where this is going wrong is as early as when I'm using the trapdoors. There's something else I need to do with these. That's what it sounds like to me. Can't imagine what else I could do with it though, other than to extract one of these. There's the mode of analysis that's... Oh, and while I'm doing that, this needs to move. There is the mode of analysis. That would perhaps Oh. Never mind analysis, I see something. Oh, I do see something. Could this work? What would it look like to set it up? 4 in a stack? 5 in a stack? 6 in a stack? Let's start with 4. It's not going to be 6. I can tell you that. Might be wrong, but I can tell you that. 5. Let's do 5. Where does the last one go? Well, here. Hold on, before you push that around, where does this one go? So one of these comes out. That one. I guess I could bring this out and stack it on top of the last monster block and get a similar effect, but I don't see why that would be productive. What do I want here? I don't know. But yeah, I can bring something out, a stack of 1 or more, which has a burned one on the bottom of it. Then I can set these up in whatever layout I desire. What would I desire, though? See, here I'm just losing any advantage I might have ever had. It's not as though I could just, like, never actually sacrifice, there's, like, almost something going on here. Just never actually sacrifice the... Ouch. Something. Just never use one of the sacrifice altars. This still doesn't do what I wanted. Alright, well, let's instead then... here. Stack 4. Even though I know this won't do what I want, maybe it'll lead to new ideas. That is often how these things work. If that's what I have, then that means I'm putting these here, here, and here. Okay. Okay, well. That's mildly interesting. It's a different approach than what I used before. It much more clearly dead ends. Like, I never used this first sacrifice altar, and without that, nothing's gonna happen. Okay, I tried a new approach, it didn't go anywhere. Hotzone remains unsolvable. Alright, well, there are plenty of other places to go, so that can wait as long as it needs to wait. Next time... probably Access Quandary, that one. Wait, what's with Drain? Oh, Drain was another one that I hadn't figured out. This one feels ripe to come back to. I only ever actually tried that once. So I'm gonna put myself down here, and next time maybe we'll try Drain again.